the Gonzo Today newsroom, this is Memos from the National Affairs Desk. Presented by Gonzo Today. www.gonzotoday.com.
What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald J. Trump's hair? A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion fucking dollars in the bank.
Take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money.
Coming to you from Gonzo Today's sprawling basement media complex somewhere under the streets of Louisville, Kentucky, it's Gonzo Today's Memos from the National Affairs Desk. From the serious to the wacky, or just the seriously wacky, I'm your intrepid host, Doc Jeffurious Higgason. Let's go to press. Whoa, 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 okay. Hey, welcome to another edition of Gonzo Today's Memos from the National Affairs Desk. I am, of course, your host, Doc Jeffurious Higgason. Jumping right into the headlines, a group of Rice University students have developed a new computer coding language based on everyone's favorite hair club for men victim and Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. They have named it TrumpScript, of course, all in the spirit of having a quick laugh and lobbing shade at Trump's mannerisms and frequently used phrases and words. You know, some of the truly impressive features of the new program include the swapping of the words true and false to fact and lie. Also, there are error messages that feature Trump quotes.
You're fired.
And a noticeable lack of workability with Windows because, as the developers state, quote, Trump isn't the type of guy to believe in PC. Another bit of the program requires that the code for all programs created end with the phrase, America is great. The program was put together within 24 hours as part of Rice University's Hack Rice Hackathon competition. Sounds exciting, huh? Yeah. It does. And of course, if you'd like to give TrumpScript a try, it's available for free download, so, you know, there you go. All you've ever wanted. All you've ever needed. And here's some good news for touchy-feely types in Minnesota. It appears as if cuddle parties are on the rise in Minnesota. That's right, a Minneapolis-based group called Nurture Yourself has been advertising itself as the premier cuddle party coordinator, being the only cuddling outfit in Minnesota and employing a professionally trained cuddle party facilitator. And they also provide a place to meet interesting people and share nurturing and non-sexualized touch. You know, I know many people grow suspicious at the word facilitator, because we know what you were thinking, Randy Beast you. And while the group's mission is to provide people a safe place to congregate and embrace, registered nurse and the cuddle party facilitator, Condessa Hadsel, told CBS Minnesota that it's not a place for people seeking romance or a quick, how's your father? No, no, no. There are stringent rules for cuddle parties, which makes little sense considering how laid back it's supposed to be. Nonetheless, the rules are outlined on cuddleparty.com. And include guidelines on how to dress. They discourage risque underwear, so leave the licorice thong at home. There's no booze, so nix on the Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill. And also the rules put a heavy emphasis on the importance of consent. The goal in that is to avoid that one awkward cuddle that everyone fears. Say, fella, keep your finger out of there and quit kidding around.
That's not my finger, and I'm not kidding.
Hadsel also stressed that aside from the social and emotional benefits provided by learning to say no, there are numerous health benefits provided by the release of oxytocin hormones caused by cuddling. Massage therapist Thomas Stout said of the cuddle parties, quote, all that oxytocin stuff she talks about is true. It feels great. Personally, I think everyone wants a touch. Everyone wants to be held. It's just a human need that we all have. End quote. Cuddling in Minnesota. San Francisco's Dolores Park has been outfitted with the city's first open-air urinal. The installation of this most unique fixture is the latest desperate effort by the city to curtail the destructive blight of public urination plaguing the city by the bay. The urinal was installed as part of a $20 million renovation project completed due to the city's Parks and Recreation Department's ongoing problem with people pissing on buildings and bushes. The concrete circular urinal is located out in the open, however, they have some plants and a screen there to offer some privacy. According to many parkgoers, barring its voyeuristic appeal, it's a welcome addition for a park that just has 3 toilets, which led to many relieve themselves on them their aforementioned bushes and buildings. The park now features 27 toilets, including the outdoor urinal. The latest plumbing additions are the park's first upgrades in 60 years. And San Francisco Parks and Rec Department spokesman Sarah Madlin said she wasn't aware of any other cities with a public urinal, and she seemed very proud of that fact. San Francisco has a long history of dealing with public urination, as one can imagine. In 2002, the city increased the possible fine for the crime to $500, but that did little to keep people from having to tinkle on the bushes in the buildings. Last summer, the city painted just about 30 walls with a repellent paint that actually makes the urine spray back onto the offender. Although it offered a delightful, challenging surprise for some, it had minimal impact on stopping people from actually, pissing on the wall. And along with the open-air urinal, attendants are manning 10 public toilets to encourage people to use them. They also clean and restock supplies and make sure people don't use drugs or just have a nap in the restroom. So that's good, I guess. If I was one of those attendants, I would totally paint myself with that anti-piss paint, as a precaution before clocking in each day.
Pee-wee Reese has a way with Dodger rookies or Sandlot youngsters. Pee-wee, you do a lot of work with boys.
Not work, Al. I like baseball and kids. I enjoy helping teenagers start right.
Oh, that's around shaving age, and you give them pointers on personal appearance, too?
Yes, a boy has more self-respect when he's clean-shaved. I tell him to use a Gillette razor, Al.
Look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp and listen, mister. How are you fixed for blades? Do you have plenty? How are you fixed for blades? You better check. Please make sure you have enough, 'cause a worn-out blade makes shaving mighty tough. How are you fixed for blades? Better look, Gillette Blue Blades,
News out of Orlando, Florida. Lego is searching for experienced builders to build models for a new Legoland facility in Florida. The facility, known as Merlin Magic Making Hub, has 50 builders on staff and is seeking about 20 more to assist in building models for the various Legoland theme parks. According to model shop supervisor Ryan Wood, it's a brand new production facility to make Lego models for Merlin attractions all around the world. And the kind of models that they make will be for the Miniland attractions within the Legoland and the Legoland Discovery Center parks. According to Quartz, the only qualifications are a high school diploma and a pre-placement physical. However, the hiring process is competitive and requires multiple interviews and exhibitions of building skills. The official job description outlines a few other requirements. It also requires previous experience in Lego model building. You'd think so, right? Architectural or sculptural type of experiences. Basic computer knowledge, a good knowledge of Lego parts, good communication skills, ability to give and receive constructive criticism. That's right, you can't be pissy unless you're in San Francisco. Ability to work in a team and positive attitude. Strong focus, concentration, good craftsmanship, patience, and a sense of humor are a must. Artistic education, background, or experience helpful but not required. That's a lot of qualifications just to be dicking around with some Legos all day. Wood also explained that most builders on staff began building Legos as a kid, and obviously making the job at the newly opened factory a dream come true. So there you go, job opening at Lego, everybody.
Hello, I'm Howard Beamer, and I'm running for state's attorney general. This is my pledge to you. If I'm elected, I promise that if anyone breaks the law, I personally will go to his or her house and beat the shit out of them.
The following statement is true. The preceding statement was false.
Move it. Quiet, Tinkerbell. Hey, you guys! You'll never catch me sleeping! Get away from my car!
It's been a long time since I first wandered in that godforsaken place. Has it been 6 years already, or is it 7? Well, the details stopped mattering a long time ago, so let's just get to the heart of this thing. GONZOFEST, an all-out musical and artistic celebration to one of the most iconic and controversial figures in modern literature, Dr. Hunter S. Thompson, outlaw journalist, Kentucky colonel, and the man who chronicled the fall of the American dream. So now here we are, 10 years after the death of the man and the myth, preparing for the greatest public celebration of Gonzo in over a decade, with more bands, more weirdness, and some of the characters in and around Hunter's life, family and friends, and other very special guests and circumstances, which due to matters of extreme public excitation cannot be announced here in the interest of maintaining public order within the Commonwealth. Gonzo today, there was some sort of giant tent full of freaks, terrible art, book signings with Juan Thompson, B.J. Watkins, and even a special appearance by longtime Hunter Thompson friend and chronicler Doug Brinkley. There will be madness in every direction and a whole new incarnation of what has become the largest single celebration of the life and work of the good doctor and the greater art of Gonzo journalism in general. And you won't want to miss the vendors, savage brutes of all types hustling their latest wares, from jewelry made from the bones of dead animals, art from the illuminated minds of madmen, hats and baubles, beer and liquor, acrobats, photographs, clothing, and even top hats, if you're into that sort of thing. So join us April 16th in Louisville, Kentucky at the Big 4 Lawn at Waterfront Park for the biggest, wildest, and most eccentric Gonzo Fest yet. Gonzo Fest 2016. Louisville never got weird enough for us. Tickets, venue, and vendor information is available at gonzofestlou.com. Oh, hey, and a report from UPI, all you hopeless romantics out there, take note of this. The Bronx Zoo is offering entomology-minded romantics the perfect Valentine's Day gift. What could it be, you're asking? I know, you're at the edge of your seat, you're biting your nails. What could it be? That's right. What could say I love you more than naming a cockroach in honor of your loved one? That's right. For $10, the Bronx Zoo will allow any potential suitor to name a Madagascar hissing cockroach for the object of their affection, and they will receive a digital certificate showing that one of the zoo's tens of thousands of roaches share their name. The zoo said the next level of roach naming, for $25, you can get yourself a printed roach name certificate along with a confection from the Nunu Chocolate Company of Brooklyn. A spokesman for the zoo says, quote, your donation will help us protect these misunderstood love bugs along with a lot of other animals, both big and small. As they say, roaches make the heartbeat faster, end quote. In a different way, though, I would imagine. That's always been my experience with roaches. The zoo has run similar promotions in the past, and the San Francisco Zoo took a page out of the Bronx Zoo's playbook last year and allowed scorned Valentines to adopt cockroaches and scorpions in honor of, quote, your favorite ex, end quote. We live in a weird fucking world, man. Hey, and I'm a happy guy. Oy. Well, that does it for this edition of Gonzo Today's Memos from the National Affairs Desk. I'm your host, Doc Jeffurious Higgason. Thanks for looking us up here. And be sure to check us out on the web at www.gonzotoday.com. That's right. We have all kinds of exciting articles and photographs and poetry, music. By golly, we just pack it full of all kinds of interesting stuff for you. So please, go check it out, right? You could also find us on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter. Gonzo Today, Memos from the National Affairs Desk, copyright 2016. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Don't be shy. You know, we all like to be touched. Remember? So touch us with your like, if you know what I mean. So you have yourself a great week. I'll see you next weekend. I'm going to leave you right now with this one. Well,
you don't get up till the sun goes down. You're never home till they close the town. I've tried everything to get along. You gotta behave, be quiet or be gone. Change the way you've been carrying on, or you wake up tomorrow and find yourself alone. I've listened to you talk way too long. You gotta behave, be quiet or be gone. If I sit and wait for your return, there'll be no candles left to burn. I'm gonna put my foot where it belongs. You gotta behave, be quiet or be gone. Change the way you've been carrying on. You wake up tomorrow and find yourself alone. I've listened to you talk way too long. You gotta behave, be quiet or be gone. Once your every wish was my command, but now your wishing well is full of sand. I'm never right, you never wrong. You gotta behave, be quiet or be gone. Change the way you've been carrying on. You wake up tomorrow and find yourself alone. I've listened to you talk way too long. You gotta behave, be quiet or be gone.